All right, welcome back to America's Voice Live. I'm hoping you're having a great St. Patrick's Day. Hamas has agreed to release U.S. Israeli hostage Eden Alexander and the bodies of 4 other dual individuals, linking the move to the ceasefire negotiations. Israel remains skeptical of Hamas's intentions in the Qatar-mediated talks, warning it could be a delay tactic. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff, who has been absolutely outstanding all over the world in these negotiations, presenting a proposal Wednesday extending the ceasefire to negotiate a permanent truce. Ceasefire is in exchange for hostages and more humanitarian aid to Gaza. Gaza, meanwhile, facing shortages, we're told, of essential supplies due to ongoing blockades and military issues. Hamas claims Israel is starting Muslim religious practices, including restrictions at Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque, while continuing to use hostages as bargaining chips. Hamas believed to hold 24 living hostages and the bodies of at least 35 more. We're not exactly clear. All right. So meanwhile, maybe the greatest rescue ever is underway. I mean, we see rescues, we see the Coast Guard do amazing things and rescues all over this world, but what about out of this world? On Sunday, a SpaceX capsule arrived at the International Space Station. The Dragon arrived, delivering the replacements for NASA's 2 astronauts that have been stranded up there. And they hope to get home very soon. NASA's Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams have been stuck on the International Space Station for the last 9 months because of a propulsion issue from their Boeing Starliner that was deemed unfit to fly them back to Earth. NASA stated that after meeting with Elon Musk's SpaceX that they are aiming that is, to bring the pair home as early as Tuesday night off the coast of Florida. Here with me to discuss this, board member at the New Journey PAC and former aerospace consultant, Hunter Gaylor. Hunter, look, maybe I'm overstating this, but this might be the greatest rescue mission ever, honestly. I mean, we're going to space to bring people home in a situation where they were stuck, right?
Well, that's exactly right. And, I just want to highlight 3 points about this story and why this is important. One is this shows that SpaceX's triumph over Boeing's shortcomings, because let's look at the facts of what's really going on here. Boeing's Starliner failed to safely return the astronauts home because of critical technical malfunctions. And so NASA was forced to rely on the SpaceX Dragon crew to complete the mission. This moment not only underscores SpaceX's superior track record in human spaceflight, but it's going to reinforce the status as NASA's most dependable commercial partner. So in an era where private companies are really shaping the future of space travel, reliability is everything. I mean, these are people's lives at stake, and SpaceX is continuing to set the gold standard for it.
Well, Hunter, let me ask you this. I heard this comment over the weekend, and I thought, wow, what a comment. And the comment was this: Elon Musk and SpaceX have saved American space travel. Without this company, we'd be stuck behind the Chinese, the Russians, the North Koreans, the Japanese, and a host of others. SpaceX has truly saved American space exploration and travel. Is that true in your estimation?
Well, from an investment standpoint, I think we have to look at SpaceX as a company, right? Yes, I agree with the statement. But I think this is also something that the American people should really consider, okay? Because we're all technically astronauts. We're all on spaceship, Earth, and traveling throughout the universe, if you will. But this is a cautionary tale for future exploration, and this is why it's very important. The unexpected, and remember, I want folks to realize this. This was an unexpected 9-month delay for astronauts that were meant to stay only 8 days, okay? Only 8 days. So this highlights a very unpredictable nature of space travel, the prolonged exposure to microgravities, all the physical and psychological challenges. So as humanity prepares, as I would argue, prepares for long-term duration missions to the moon and what Elon wants to do to go to Mars and beyond, I think this incident alone serves as a very stark reminder that the adaptability, proven technologies must be the core of future space exploration strategies. And I think SpaceX is doing that. They are the forefront. They are the leaders. This is what's happening. And it should be an exciting, this was the Sputnik moment, if we could use that reference, for a rescue mission. And because we beat down everybody else, I think we're going back to an America powerful image of look at what we were able to do. Look at what the private sector was able to do. Not relying on NASA and some of the roles that they were doing, but the fact that SpaceX was able to step in and do this and get this done. I mean, talk about a testament for inspiration for all those young astronauts out there, that have gone to space camp. This is the future of what we're looking for.
Yeah. Ground control to Major Tom.
Yeah,
Listen, Hunter, the other
right.
thing that you forgot to mention here was the cost involved. It was millions of dollars to move 1 kilogram on NASA, on government-funded flights. It's $19,000 on the Dragon or a SpaceX craft. The amount of money saved, because it's a private company, because it's not taxpayer dollars, cannot be understated. There are a lot of big developments here. I'll give you the last word.
Well, to go back, this was a NASA decision, right? This goes back to Boeing's faltering reputation with all the issues that they've had. Starliner was meant to compete with SpaceX's Crew Dragon, yet they had delays, cost overruns, safety issues, and it questions NASA. It brings Boeing's role into NASA's future into question because the private space industry evolves. NASA has to seriously consider the investments that it's taking because, look, the guy that did SpaceX is the guy that's literally looking at how we're spending money, right? Overseeing Doge. So listen, is it worth the risk? Is it worth the time to shift resources to more agile and consistently successful partners? I think the answer for NASA is yes, it is.
I agree with you, Hunter. Thank you so much for being here. I will keep all eyes on this as these developments keep to come, but I continue to come, but I feel like it's pretty good news.
And I will say this, the leadership that we have in Congress within the Space Coast with people like Congressman Mike Herodopoulos, they are the ones that are spearheading the innovation going into NASA and what's going on at Cape Canaveral. So our eyes are on the leadership, and we have great congressmen and great leadership down there pushing for this type of change that is needed.
All right, Hunter. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciated. Don't go anywhere. America's Voice Live back after this.